Hi guys, Everything NFL here, and today I am back with a brand new video going over if my Miami Dolphins are dark horses and underdogs heading into the 2020 NFL season. And quickly before we get into the video, make sure you guys go down and hit the subscribe button because we're trying to get to 40 subscribers. So it'd be great if you could help out in helping me reach that goal. And make sure to like the video and also share it with your friends, because if you like the American Football Channel and you've got friends who like it too, I'm pretty sure they will enjoy watching my videos. So no more messing about, let's get right into the video. After going 5 wins and 11 defeats under rookie head coach Brian Flores, the Dolphins showed some promise and managed to secure a franchise-changing prospect in the 2020 NFL Draft with one of our multiple picks that we had in the class, and we'll be going over the entire roster and my predictions and hopes for my favourite team in the NFL in 2020. And let's start with the offense and work our way around to the defense like we always do. Under centre, the Dolphins have journeyman but solid starter Ryan Fitzpatrick, who had a solid season for the Dolphins, who posted some decent stats and did well with what he had on the offense. He had 3,529 passing yards, 20 touchdowns to 13 interceptions, but he also had 243 rushing yards and 4 scores, which was the leading rusher on the Dolphins team, which shows how bad our running back group was in 2019. An all-round solid season for a placeholder starter, though. He's been a journeyman. He's getting on a bit. I think he's like 36 now, so he's getting on a bit, but he's great. I like having Ryan Fitzpatrick around, one of my favourite players in the NFL. And we also have Josh Rosen, who seems to not have panned out in the 305 and will surely be on the move soon, and hopefully he gets a chance to be a starter with another team, as he was drafted 10th overall in 2018 by the Arizona Cardinals, played most of the first season. His offensive line and his protection with him was terrible, and his other weapons that he had on his team were really, really bad. He didn't get the opportunity to succeed and push boundaries and become a good starter, and he came to Miami, played a few games, was really, really poor, threw for like 1 touchdown and 5 interceptions, and didn't do well enough to earn himself a starting spot on the team. And now we move on to the biggest addition of the entire offseason for the Miami Dolphins, which was Tua Tagovailoa, a quarterback out of Alabama, and I have his jersey right there. Just got it the other day. Fantastic. He's whom the Dolphins selected him 5th overall in the draft, a generational quarterback talent who should undoubtedly be a top-tier starter down the line. I have no doubts that Tua could be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL one day. And Tua won't start much his rookie year, though I don't think he will sit behind the veteran Fitzpatrick for most of the season and learn. And in my opinion, I don't think I want him to play this year. Hopefully he sits for a year and will eventually take the reins in 2021 and push on, and hopefully push on for a Super Bowl, because that's what everyone's hopes are. And I actually think the Dolphins are in line to push for a Super Bowl in 2021 and onwards. I cannot wait to see the damage that Tua could unleash on the rest of the league for years to come. It's very, very exciting. At running back, the Dolphins have a strong backfield now, led by new additions Jordan Howard, who signed in free agency from the Philadelphia Eagles, and Matt Breida, who we traded a 5th-round pick in 2024 and should be a solid 1-2 punch out the backfield. Both solid starters who could be impactful and take the load off of the signal caller. We also have solid depth in Kalen Ballage, who was pretty terrible last season, and Patrick Laird, and the latter showed some promise briefly during the 2019 NFL season. Now moving on to wide receiver. At wide receiver, we have a solid wideout in Devontae Parker, who enjoyed a breakout season in 2019 and showed why he belongs with the elite NFL receivers. He has 72 receptions for 1,202 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. Parker was undoubtedly robbed of a Pro Bowl appearance despite having a better season and better stats than Jacksonville wideout DJ Chark, who made the Pro Bowl. Young stud Preston Williams as well should undoubtedly break out in 2020 after showing lots of promise in 2019 before an injury unfortunately cut his season short. He posted 32 receptions for 428 yards and 3 touchdowns before injury. We also have solid depth in Albert Wilson, who was traded from the Kansas City Chiefs in the 2017 season, I believe. Alan Hearns, or was it 2018? I'm not sure. Alan Hearns, who we got in free agency, we signed him. He spent some time with the Cowboys and with Jacksonville. Jakeem Grant and Isaiah Ford. Isaiah Ford showed some promise later on in the season. Hopefully he gets to play a bigger role in 2020. And at tight end, we have young up-and-coming star Micah Sickie, who enjoyed a solid 2019 season while posting a stat line of 51 reception, 570 yards and 5 touchdowns. a year he will undoubtedly improve on, and in my opinion the best tight end in the AFC East. And we also have a solid backup option in Durham Smythe, who will help in the blocking game and the receiving game for the Dolphins offense. A new and reinvented offensive line where multiple new players were added to. 18th overall selection, Austin Jackson out of USC, will improve to a solid starter at left tackle, and Jesse Davis, playing on the other side at right tackle, is also a fine option. At guard, new addition, Eric Flowers is a solid NFL guard and should add some solidarity to the position that we've struggled with for the last few years. We also have second round pick out of Louisiana College, Robert Hunt, who should be a day one starter for the Dolphins in the 2020 season. I have a lot of hype for him. And we also have solid backups in second year guard Michael Dieter, who people are overlooking. He had a good rookie year, was a bit sloppy, gave away some penalties here and there, but overall was a great player, and I'm pretty excited to see what Michael Dieter can do as a rotational guard in the 2020 season. We also have rookie Solomon Kindley, who will rotate, but I don't know how much he's necessarily going to play. And we have a new centre. We just got rid of Daniel Kilgore. And we have a new centre in Ted Karras, who should be a solid option in the heart of the offensive line. Now, let's look at the defensive side of the ball. At safety, we have solid options in Bobby McCain, who in my opinion is more of a nickel cornerback. I don't think he's a free safety. Then we have Clayton Fedulum, who is a solid backup and a special teamer. And at strong safety, can also play on the free safety side as well. We have a rookie out of Texas, Brandon Jones, who we took in the third round. When I watched the tape on Brandon Jones, the things that stood out: fantastic open field tackler, great in zone coverage, and can also play in man systems too. At Texas, he was fantastic, and I'm very looking forward to seeing how well he can do in the NFL for Miami. An overall solid group that has a developmental options on the strong side of the ball. And now moving on to the cornerbacks. At cornerback, we have one of the best tandems in football in new addition Byron Jones, who signed a mega 5-year, $82.5 million deal to come over to the 305 from Dallas, and who's one of the best lockdown corners in football, and that's not even in a doubt. And we also have beast Xavier Howard, who is a fantastic number 2 for the team, and is also a top 15 corner in the league without a shadow of a doubt. And we also have solid third options in Eric Rowe, who I expect to play some safety this season, Cordrea Tankersley, Nick Needham, who was an undrafted free agent in the 2019 season and played really well when he was on the field, showed some promise. And rookie 30th overall selection, Noah Igbinoghene, who is a player who will be utilised in nickel packages on the defence, will play the zone. I don't think he's going to be a man-to-man corner. He's definitely going to be a third corner. More than likely will play in the slot and in the nickel. We also have a very solid linebacker room with young stars Jerome Baker and Raekwon McMillan, who are both criminally underrated options. This duo should shine in the Dolphins' defense for years to come. Jerome Baker is really, really good, and Raekwon McMillan as well led the NFL in tackles for a little while last season. It's great how I think these two linebackers could be the cornerstone of our front seven for years and years to come. We also have new addition Kyle Van Noy, who will be a great part of the defence and is a great 3-4 outside linebacker, but will drop back and play zone and is also decent at rushing the passer. But on the other side of the ball, a linebacker, we have new addition in free agency Shaq Lawson, who is going to play quite a lot. I think he was signed in a deal 3 years, $30 million, I think, from the Buffalo Bills. He'll undoubtedly improve at the position in a new scheme, I think, do better here than he did in Buffalo. We also have solid depth linebackers in special team beast Camu Grugier-Hill, former New Orleans Saints linebacker Vince Beagle, who was good last season, and Elandon Roberts, who plays a bit of fullback and actually scored a touchdown against us last season playing as a fullback. And along the defensive line, we have some solid options in Devon Godshaw at nose tackle. Christian Wilkins is at 3-4 defensive end, alongside new addition Emmanuel Ugba, who could also play that, but I think he could play more as an outside linebacker. Solid choice on Brian Flores' defense. We also have Raekwon Davis, who was selected, I believe, in the second round, but I'm not sure. And we had Curtis Weaver, who was selected in the 5th round. Crazy value pick out of Boise State. I think Curtis Weaver has a lot of potential. I was really excited when this pick got announced. I think Curtis Weaver's got a lot of potential to do big things for the Dolphins for years to come. And looking at special teams, we have kicker Jason Sanders, who was underrated and was great last season, and solid young punter in Matt Hark, who is also one of the most underrated punters in the NFL. And how do I think the Dolphins are going to do in 2020? I kind of see us having a 7-9 or an 8-8 finish. I don't think we're ready to push for the playoffs just yet. Our defense looks amazing, but I have the Bills winning the division and us finishing second. The Patriots are going to be there, even though they don't have Tom Brady anymore, Gronk, etc. I still think the Patriots are going to be there. But with what Coach Flo did in 2019, with what he had, anything is possible for the Finns heading into 2020. And that's all I have for today. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate the time out of your day. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications and like the video so you never miss a video, because all support is greatly appreciated, guys, and have a great day. See you later, guys.